You know what I'm talking about? We got what it takes. One today is for all my sisters, all my brothers who feel like you don't gotta protect yourself because you feel like you can protect yourself. So let's talk about it. As much as one might feel like they can protect themselves, usually we find ourselves putting ourselves in harm's way because we feel like, shoot, no matter what the situation is, I'm gonna be all right. So often this is described as somebody having like a second win or a second go, like basically meaning like it takes a lot to push you or it takes a lot to rattle you. Still, what I would say is be careful because just because it takes a lot to rattle you don't mean that you ain't going through shit. Quite frankly, you might be putting yourself in a more detrimental situation than you recognize because you might not be as sensitive. Notice I said detrimental. Let's break that one down. We saying basically it's destroying your mental. You feel me? Your mental capacity to effectively move throughout life and to recognize that this should not be a normal. Whenever people are lashing out, people are blaming you for their problems, intentionally triggering you to do what they want you to do. It's time out for us recognizing that, hey, I got a strong pain threshold and not recognizing, B, dang, you probably taking a lot of shit out of people that you shouldn't even be taking. And it's only because you feel like you can take it. The thing about taking things out of people, just because you think you can take it, you got to think about the long-term effects of that. The long-term effects of you taking stuff off of people would be, now, you want to put stuff on people. As sure as you have people projecting they shit on you, now you projecting shit on other people. You know, it's no different than when we talk about how the young child has learned to make you feel what they feeling. And over time, we just amplify this ability. So, what's the difference when it comes to somebody trying to trigger you, call you crazy, just to get you to do what they want you to do? What's the difference? They feeling like they out of control. And guess what? They want you to feel out of control too. Remember, spiritual attacks will come for those who are strong. Peace. Source up or shut up. Shout out to my brother Yashar in the Source League. Yeah, spiritual attacks will come for those that are strong. They don't come for those that are weak. They don't come for those that are weak. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, drop a comment, say what's up. This is my way of saying what's up. But yeah, them spiritual attacks will be on your ass. What's up, Pseudoscience University? Them spiritual attacks are there for those that are strong in nature. Strong in nature. So when you find yourself in a situation and you recognize it's a spiritual attack, don't get complacent and say, you know what, it ain't nothing I can do about this. It's just a spiritual. Nah. Recognize it for what it is. And don't let it proceed to overtake you. Because some things come to make you greater. Whereas other things come to take over. And the difference is your intention. The difference is your intentions. How you intentionalize a thing. So, if you can't see the wherewithal to make sure you guard yourself when you out here in this wild, wild world, you feel me? You gotta recognize that a lot of us have perceived ourselves to be stronger than we might be. Because a lot of the things that we think we taking on and we able to carry, make sure y'all hit that like button, that we thinking that we able to carry, we only carrying it over long enough to put it on somebody else. So, tell you like this, stop letting people fuck with you like that. And when you see people doing that type of stuff to you, make sure you figure out a way to put some distance between you and them. Because it ain't for you to change nobody, but it's for you to change you. So you got to stop accepting situations that you know ain't for your betterment, but they only to your detriment. When you dealing with people who can care less about what you say is important, then it's quite obvious. It's quite obvious we got a difference. We got a difference in trajectory. You feel me? But yet and still, we'll project it as though, you know what, I'm strong enough to deal with it. You can't deal with it. Bruh, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Because there's certain things that we shouldn't have to deal with. There's certain things we shouldn't do to each other. And we gotta stop that. But because of societal norms that we accepted, sure, it's accepted to disrespect each other. It's accepted to be out of control. And if it ain't, then tell me why the people that's so in tune with society, so people that's so in tune with society do it the most. The same people that would be propagating to you about how this is how it go in society will be the same people that you will find yourself out and say, man, bro, get some control of yourself. Shout out to the bro Malik Green. Y'all hit that like button. Appreciate y'all, man. I know they're trying to ban the positive, man. But it'll be the same people that'll be reporting to you how great society is. It'll be the same ones that'll be out of control out there. And then when you try to tell them why these lapses happen, or why certain moments come where we lose ourselves, they like, here you go with this conspiracy thing. And nah, y'all can't lose sight of the bigger picture. The bigger picture is the full story. And too often we want to pick up what we want to pick up at and then complain about why the solution ain't going forward. But it's because there's underlying problems that you're not paying attention to. It's underlying problems you're not paying attention to. As much as I would like to sit here and nah, I wouldn't like to, I ain't gonna even lie. As much as it would seem like it would be a lot easier to sit here and purport things at the end of the story as though here's a simplistic fixed, it don't really work like that. So I wouldn't dare try to appropriate it or try to sell it to you that way, you feel me? I recognize that things take time. And so often we so caught up in, worrying about other people that the time that it takes for us to get certain things done, might be affected somewhat. Or I look at it like this: the time we spend going through different things in life to prepare us for the said journey that we want to take. Because I notice when I ask myself to be more sensitive, I become sensitive to all the things that are becoming of my health. So for me, I recognize that all you gotta do is have that conversation with yourself. Man, I thought I got it. But when you don't have said conversations with yourself, it's kind of hard to be on tap or to tap in with the things that are becoming of you. Like my mom was just telling me, she was like, you know what? I used to always tell you as a kid, you need to take some time for yourself. I had to tell her, like, Mom, I spent so much time by myself as a kid. And in so many words, I recognized that I was by myself. By way of, me recognizing that not too many people had a point of view of life that I had, understanding of life that I had, as well as me recognizing that, quite frankly, that's the whole point of being, the whole concept of being an individual. And me being a Gemini, of course, these were some of the things that I focused on early in life and readily accepted was the duality of this life. So, for me, I've always felt alone, even in a crowd, Even when I was playing sports, I used to always, be one of them dudes that be on the sideline, and I would make it a point to be standing by myself, to be able to get mental clarity and not fog my mind up with, some of the things that brothers was focusing on the sideline or, playing around with. You had some brothers on the sideline just playing around with whatever happens, paying attention to all the sights and signs. Whereas you had some brothers on the sideline like myself that were envisioning, like, what am I going to do the next time I get in? How this next play going to work? So with that being said, that's what I tend to put my focus on. And this is what I'm trying to get my people to focus on along with me, because I'm not going to sit here and act like this is something I've just arrived to. This is something that I'm constantly working on and that I subscribe to. You feel me? But I appreciate the accountability of sharing it with my people and us working on creating the proper habits together. What's up with it, OG? You doing all right? Good to see you. It don't do no harm to appreciate people, especially when they appreciate you. A lot of times, the way people appreciate you is by staying out your way. That motherfucker's so big. Look at everybody. Winter's coming. Winter's coming. Winter's coming. Y'all better be prepared, because winter's coming. And preparation is everything. Don't forget, y'all just seen that animal, so look up the omen or the spiritual meaning when you see that animal. Just look that thing up. Look that thing up. Got one more point I want to make with y'all real quick. Alright, so look. There's a bit of confusion when it comes to male-female dynamics. I'll tell you this. This goes out to a special someone, as we are special to someone. You will never get the respect that a man is due. That's because they don't respect your power as they do men. Not to mention from me, or how you command it. Uses his power and his force, whereas a woman uses her gentle nature, her nurturing, to convince or persuade. So a man is prepared to protect the woman who is in her true self. Not to say I'm blaming women for them being outside of themselves or them having to harden themselves because of their lack of protection. But what I am saying is I won't promote the idiocracies that was put up on us in order to turn us against each other. I won't. I won't promote those things as to say that is the right approach in dealing with each other. So, if you're a man out here, hoping to get the same respect as women, stop. If you're a man out here trying to get the same respect as women, stop. If you're a woman out here trying to get the same respect as men, stop. Because they got us imploding up on ourselves. That was myself.